la clase. Hoy vamos a tomar apuntes. Por favor, escribe la fecha. Escribe el número. Y escribe presente de los verbos yo, go en el presente. Okay. Yeah. So these verbs, they are irregular in first person form only. Okay. Only the yo form ends in go. Okay. The other forms are regular. And when I say regular, I'm saying that they have irregular ending, as in AR, ER, IR. So it's very important that you remember what those endings are, okay? We can review them right now, okay? Let's review, make sure you do remember the regular ending, AR. O, as, a, amos, ais, an. Okay? ER, o, hemos, hemos, eis, en. IR, o, es, imos, is, en. So very important that you remember this regular endings, okay? Very important that you remember them. Why? Because only the yo form has go. All the other forms in these verbs will have irregular ending. So what that means, you drop the ending and you add one of these endings, right? Set for the yo form. All right, so these verbs have a go form in the first person. Okay, we have oír. We have oír. We have poner, traer, decir, hacer, salir, caer, and then we have two that are very special. Tener, so I was saying that then we have two more that are very special, and I'm going to explain why. Tener, that you all remember, and venir. Okay? So, oír, you already know that oír is to hear, right? Poner is to put, to place, to set, right? Traer is to bring. Decir is to say, to tell. Hacer is to make or to do. Salir is to leave, or it can also be used to go out. Okay? Caer is to fall. You know that tener is to have. And then it is to come. Okay? So we have that. Okay? So, what are the forms? Oír, oigo. These are the first persons. Poner, pongo. Traer, traigo. Decir, digo. Hacer, hago. Salir, salgo. Caer, caigo. Tener, tengo. Venir, vengo. Okay. These are all first person, right? First. Other forms are regular. Okay? Other forms are regular. You follow this. Same thing here. Other forms are regular. Also, other forms stem change and stem change from an E to an IE. What does that mean? If I want to say she has, you say ella tiene, right? Ella tiene, right? If you want to say they come, ellos vienen, right? You see that? Stem change. In here, that doesn't happen. You want to say she puts, you say ella pone, right? It's very regular. Okay? So make sure you know your regular ending verbs and make sure you know how to stem change from E to an IE. Okay? Muy bien, chicos. So, I was saying, so let me put it on perspective. So let's say you have one verb. It's an AR ending verb. To that verb, you're going to add in front of the verb the form of stud. Then to that verb, you're going to take away the R and you're going to add NDO. If it's an ER ending verb, you're going to add the form of stud. You're going to take away the ending, either the ER or the IR, and you're going to add yendo. How does that look like? Well, let's do some examples. For example, I want to say, I'm eating. Okay? You're going to say, yo, right? Form of stud. Yo estoy. It's an ER, right? Eating, comer. So, that's all I'm leaving, right? Because I have ER, I'm dropping this. And I add yendo. So my word will be comiendo. Yo estoy comiendo. Okay? Mis amigas. Mis amigas, form of star. Están. Hablar. Well, to an AR ending verb, take away this, right, the R, and I add NDO. Mis amigas están hablando. My friends are talking. Okay? Well, there is one more thing you need to know. Okay? There are some verbs that have slightly a difference, okay? The verbs leer, traer, oír. And caer has a Y. Okay? Instead of this I right here, it has a Y. So you would say it's something like leyendo, trayendo, oyendo, cayendo. So one more time. This, the second part of the verb, doesn't change for any form. The only change is the form of estar. Okay? Only change happens here. Well, you still have to make the change, right? Whether it's an AR, ER, or IR. But the change of form of the verb, it's going to happen in estar, not in the second part. So let me give you an example for this one. Yo estoy leyendo. So, but if I want to say that my friends or my brothers are reading, mis hermanos están leyendo. Okay? So you see that? This did not change. The only change happened in the estar form. Okay? That's something that you need to remember. So make sure how you remember what to do with AR verbs. Okay? Make sure you know what to do with this. Make sure you know what we do with this ones. Okay? And of course, make sure you know these verbs right here. Okay? Yeah? So, we're going to work with different verbs. Many different verbs, okay? The only that are kind of not irregular because the Y, the pronunciation is almost, it's the same as in I, but the writing changes, okay? So this form works for all the regular verbs, okay? All the regular verbs, okay? Muy bien, chicos.